welcome again to NASCAR Full Pack Racing overall in Daytona as well. So, where today we're going for our last two parts that we absolutely not able to do, that somebody is always joining in the game as well and keeps on joining for too much as well. And let's just get around to Las Vegas Motor Speedway in our 2003. Let's gonna be jumping in towards like this one thing, and we're not gonna be turning on the music as well. So, but you see this thing as well. Somebody got 4 laps on it, and the result isn't going to be just like this one thing. It is not for the Texas World Speedway. It's time to teleport into the current track around to select it as well. So we got our pit stops as well, and probably we're going to be drafting for our first time, and our first duel isn't going to be just like it's one thing. It's time to get around for its Bobby Lamatone. So it looks like 07 car is might able to do for its a very worst thing as well. Let's just get on to around for this Rusty Wallace. Let's just going to be getting around for is Tony Stewart as well, so let's just get on to Rusty Wallace. We're going to get all the way things like it's first time, and we're subject to be fighting towards like this thing that somebody's absolutely going to be marked as the tires as well. We're absolutely able to turn on the music as well, and let's see the results of the top speed, 162 miles per hour. What isn't going to be going on to do this? This is not such as the modern, like this one as well. It's not such as modern Las Vegas Motor Speedway at all times. But it looks like it converts around for the older versions about of this thing as well. Let's give ourselves for the first couple of laps and make our ways towards 2 for over 10 laps of this race. Now, let's just do for this one time as well. So, Rusty Wallace, I'm going to be my subject to get one time as well. I'll be there at fast. And somebody has got for a 1 lap all over to do this. And somebody is drafting right behind him overall. So, I'm not going to be doing for the worst thing at all times. Because we're started to get losing for some speeds because I just completely look back to it as well, so it's not going to be very possible. And although it's not going to be such as the best laps whatever we try to do so, let's just try to get to hit the apex as well. But unfortunately we cannot able to do this before such as one thing. And what behind as well, we're going to be spectating of this one person. I'm making sure that we're going to make our fastest laps, as we're going to be find a way we go to finish as well. So I just hit the white line, but unfortunately it's not going to be such as a really fast as well. Wait, if I'm going to be see right behind him and something, we just completely left this race. So all we have to do is reset the character, and let's just rejoin the server immediately it was. Let's just completely do the real thing, as we need to do with possibly that we're never going to be to do this well. So the AHS is absolutely completely rebranded as well, so I absolutely going to be trying to return this, and let's just be prepared to rejoin this game. But once we have rejoined the game, let's be prepared to jump inside of the vehicle and finish for 10 laps immediately. Really fast, as before we're going to be making towards up to this out, it's time to make our first result will become here today. So it looks like Monster Speeder has been already joined. Let's get prepared to get all the way for our first couple of laps in Las Vegas Motor Speedway 2012 or 2014 as well. So it looks like let's just completely here to go in a 2015 Las Vegas Motor Speedway. So looks like we're gonna be making towards like this one, and because the top speed that we're already said is 162 miles per hour, which is going to be slightly better and slightly faster than a police cars itself. And because of this one reason, the Formula 1 cars that finally reached about for 200 miles per hour. Anyways, let's going for the outside lane. And I'm not going to be very sure that we're going to be complete in the wheels as well. So I'm just going to be completed behind the wheels. And we're going to be making towards all the way into the finish as well. So completed in against 10 laps. We needed to get indeed possible as well. We don't able to get returned back into the pits as well. But eventually we're just going for the inside lane and causing to lose some speeds. But before we're going to be making our first duel, but unfortunately anybody cannot be able to enter around for NASCAR full pack racing for instantly for just one yet as well. It must be the starting lane. So we're now in lap number 4. We cannot believe that we have 3 laps we got our hands on. So if we have such as one thing, of course, already have 1 lap and we're already get all the way for just literally to do this. We have 1 lap to do, and we got any more of this efficiently that we're going to be doing this right now. The next car racing is going to be coming up, and I'm not sure that we're going to be completed as possible. So the NASCAR 20 or 23, the preview, is absolutely going to be to do this as well. So that making changes. Anyways, that wasn't going to be pretty tried. Whatever it is that using for this old-fashioned NASCAR vehicles or some sort of Game Pass vehicles as whatever we to do. We're in lap number 6, as I cannot believe that we're just going to be trying to do whatever we're making towards like it's going to be such as best thing to do this. After we're already finishing in Daytona International Speedway, while I was drafting in just Daytona, around for many more reasons to do this. Now we're on for our lap number 7. It is going to be for 2 laps remaining for this thing as well. So I'm just going to be pretty itself for hooray for Rusty Wallace, and we're just going to be pretty to do. We still must survive against 1 time already, and are just going to be doing for an absolutely 1 film to do this. If I'm going to get inside of the onboard view, it's lap number 8, and it's the final lap to do this. We're inside of this vehicle, but whatever we do is I can't see, and I'm not going to be believing to do this. Whatever we try to make towards the best 10 laps as well, we eventually hit the 1 white line, and we're probably started to get losing 1 lap as well. So losing for 1 second. So gaining about for more seconds. It's about for the last 2 laps remaining, and we're going to be seeing about the results as well. And I'm not believe that we're pretty not sure. We cannot able to lose our very best lap times as well. So we're going to be making towards like it's going to be one thing as well. 162 miles per hour we go, and our last race will be the Phoenix International Raceway as well. So it looks like it is going to be our final lap as well. So it's almost time to get committed to the end. It's made it to want ourselves to do this. It's time to head back into the pit, and the fuel gauge are just about to turn yellow, and looks like we're pretty good on wheels, and we're finally off itself. We're probably good is one thing as well. So I'm making sure that the video ends completely hard and about for this thing as well. So after a couple of laps to do this, and I didn't pretty to do with anything itself, we're just going to be doing always. And I'm not very sure that how many laps or minutes have just going to be taking for 15 minutes long, but looks like it absolutely comes to do this whatever we tried. Looks like Monster Speeder is pitting once again, and where is my number as anyways? Because looks like that wasn't going to be pretty quite to do this as a result of the lap times that under 30 seconds has finally come into a possible race, and there is no podium because it absolutely there must be 1 overall. And because this is only one thing as well, and I'm pretty sure that I was right about this one win overall, that refuels me up to date as well. So if you enjoy in about for today's video, in about 10 laps that we just eventually did because of that one player since last time into a further attempts as well. Unfortunately, I can't able to jump out of this car. But like I say, we just completely reconnected back as well because due to the error code situation, that isn't good for my connection enough as well. So if you enjoy about for today's video, so make sure you leave a like and subscribe and click that bell. We already finished about for 10 laps as well. Looks like in our fastest lap. What do you think about for this thing as well, that already I have the fastest lap in my side in under 30 seconds time as well. Thanks for watching and for all your support. This is going to be Turbo Concept is signing off, by the way, and that was pretty under 15 minutes as well.